So I did my presentation on the elimination of SNAP Ed funding, the implications for nutrition policy and public health. So the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program Education, or also known as SNAP Ed, was a federally funded nutrition program that operated for over 30 years. It provided evidence-based nutrition education, cooking classes, physician activity promotion, policy systems, and environmental interventions to low-income Americans. In 2025, Congress passed the Budget Reconciliation Act, also known as the One Big Beautiful Bill Act. The legislation eliminated federal funding for SNAP Ed beginning in 2026. Supporters of the bill argued that nutrition education duplicated services already offered through local organizations and that federal funding should be reduced. Opponents of the bill argued that SNAP Ed reached millions of Americans annually and had extensive evidence demonstrating improvements in the healthy eating behaviors and food security. Here's a bit of a look at our timeline. So in 1992, SNAP Ed was established. In 2008, it was expanded under the Farm Bill. In 2018, it was reauthorized. 2022, we celebrated 30 years. In 2025, the Budget Reconciliation Bill eliminated funding, and in October of 2025, the funding officially had ended. Our supporters, I have found, include fiscal conservatives, and these are folks that believe that government should spend less money, keep taxes low, and avoid large debts. Some members of Congress and budget reduction advocates, and these are policy groups, lawmakers, and those fiscal conservatives who push to lower government spending, reduce national debt, and lower public agency expenditures. They typically target entitlement programs such as SNAP, federal staffing, and administrative spending to achieve the balanced budgets. The opponents of the bill are the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, USA Extension programs, and these are usually funded by the National Institute of Food and Agriculture. These programs link land-grant universities with local communities to provide practical education in agriculture, youth development, and family health. So state health departments also are opponents to the bill, registered dietitian, nutritionists, food banks, community organizations, SNAP participants, and universities. Supporters of the bill argue that federal funding should be reduced. Nutrition education already exists in schools, hospitals, and nonprofits. States should decide how to deliver nutrition education individually. Eliminating duplication creates greater efficiency. It seems that political interest centers around reducing federal expenditures. The opponents of the bill argue that SNAP Ed was far more than nutrition education. It also funded community gardens, health corner stores, farmers market incentives, school wellness initiatives, cooking demos, physical activity promotion, evaluation research. Studies consistently showed improvements in fruit and vegetable intake, food security, and healthy behaviors. Many programs serving rural and underserved communities have closed due to the funding loss. Professional organizations, including the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, Society for Nutrition Education and Behavior, and cooperative extension organizations, opposed eliminating SNAP Ed. Many universities release impact reports showing that thousands of educational sessions annually, millions of participants reached, and such a strong return on investment through SNAP. Many community organizations express concern that low-income populations would lose preventative nutrition services. Since legislation eliminated funding, the USDA no longer distributes SNAP Ed funds to states. States have had to end programming, lay off educators, seek private grants, scale back services. Many extension programs have transitions to grant funding or state-funded initiatives. From a registered dietitian nutritionist perspective, this policy has some major implications. It reduces opportunities for community education, chronic disease prevention, food insecurity interventions, and employment in extension and public health. Dietitians may need to pursue more grant funding, partner with healthcare organizations, develop food as medicine programs, and advocate for future legislation. I believe that Congress should amend this policy rather than permanently eliminate SNAP Ed. Evidence consistently demonstrates that nutrition education reduces chronic disease risk and improves dietary quality. Instead of eliminating the program, funding should prioritize programs with measurable outcomes and strong evaluation plans. Investing in prevention is often less expensive than treating chronic diseases later.